Okay, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. There's some really important information for people that have their health insurance through Covered California Marketplace and who are getting subsidies to help pay for their premium. There are a lot of changes that are coming this year. You've been receiving information, emails, and written information from Covered California about this. I want to give you more details. The quick review is that back in 2021, when we had the American Rescue Plan Act, this was federal legislation as a result of COVID that changed the way the tax credits were calculated. They made them more generous and they made them easier to get. And then in 2022, there was another piece of legislation called the Inflation Reduction Act, and that extended that new calculation to the end of 2025. Now, there's been a lot of debate going on in Congress right now as to whether or not they're going to extend them further. So far, it hasn't happened. As of today's date, September 25th, we're still waiting. It could happen at any time before the end of this month, even before the end of the year. But at this point, we have to assume that the enhanced tax credits will not be extended and that we'll go back to the original method of calculating subsidy. Now, with these calculations, there is less federal tax credit going towards your policy every month to help pay for the premium. It depends upon what your income is. It depends on what your household size is. But per person, it's going to be at least a loss of $50 a month on the tax credit, perhaps as much as $100. And with rising health insurance premiums, we could see, Covered California is estimating that premiums could be as high as $130 more per person because of this. And the big hit will happen for people whose incomes are above 400% of the federal poverty level. We'll get to those numbers later, because that is what we used to call the cliff, and it's coming back. That means if your modified adjusted gross income is above the 400% federal poverty level, the subsidy disappears completely. So those individuals will not be receiving any subsidy to help pay for their tax credits. So at this point, what we have to do is we have to plan for the worst, hope for the best. The new rates are going to be available as early as October 1, but certainly by October 15th, because this is the period. It's not officially open enrollment until November 1st. But if you already have an account with Covered California, we'll be able to start looking at rates and making renewals as early as October 15th. And this is really important information for you to have, especially if you're going to be meeting with us to discuss changes. So thanks again for listening to this video.